What's up guys, this is Y and today I'm gonna show you how to create this abstract background in Photoshop from scratch. So if that sounds interesting, let's hop into it. Cool. So first of all, I'm gonna click on File and New. I'm gonna create a new document of width 1650 and height 1050. Resolution to 300, and I'm gonna hit in OK. Cool. So now I'm gonna just grab my gradient tool. I'm gonna select a nice gradient. I'm gonna select this gradient, and I'm gonna choose a start color that is somewhat like this. Cool. I'm gonna choose an end color of let's say blue. Okay, that looks fine. And I just drag it like so. Cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just grab my rectangular marquee tool and create a new layer, and I'm gonna choose a black color. Cool. So I'm gonna just create a nice shape like so. I'm gonna press Alt plus backspace to fill in with my foreground color, that is black. Okay. Now I'm gonna just press ctrl+J, and I'm gonna just control click in here, and I'll select this tool, and I'll just click it once to pop up the transformation window. Okay, now I'm gonna just move it like so, or let's move it down. Okay, cool. Now hit and I'll press ctrl+Shift+Alt+T. I'm gonna create a nice pattern. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna press ctrl+D to deselect. Okay, and I'm gonna just press Ctrl and select both of the layer and press ctrl+E to merge them. And now I'm gonna select the elliptical marquee tool, and I'm gonna just create a nice circle. And I'm gonna just select this layer and click on the layer mask icon. This will create a nice round shape like that. I'm gonna just rotate it a touch. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna place it somewhere around there. Let's zoom out and just make it a little small. Cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and duplicate it, press ctrl+J, and I want to just move it around there. Cool. And on the second layer, I'm gonna just go to effects and gradient overlay, and I'm gonna select a nice gradient. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna select a bluish color for the start like that, and I'm gonna select a dark blue for the end color. Cool. This looks great. Just increase the scale a bit and make a different angle. Looks good. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this layer and go to effects and color overlay, and you can choose any color you want, but I'm gonna choose white. It looks good with this. Cool. And now I want to just click on the layer mask, and I'm gonna right click and apply layer mask. Okay, I'm gonna grab my elliptical marquee tool one more time. I'm gonna just make a nice circle like that. I'm gonna click in here, and with the layer mask selected, I'm gonna just press ctrl+I. Okay, that looks good. Cool. So now I'm gonna just create this shape, this nice curvy shape. So you can create any shape you want, but I'm gonna show you how to create something similar. Okay, I'm gonna just grab my pen tool and make a nice shape. Okay, that looks fantastic. Cool. And before you begin, make sure it's set on shape and the fill color is set to none. Okay, this line is pretty thin, so I'm gonna just click in here and increase the line width, not too much. I think like something like that looks good. Okay, and I'm gonna just resize it and transform it a touch. Cool. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go FX, and on the gradient overlay I'm gonna choose a nice blue and pink gradient. Select the start color similar to blue. Okay, let's see, that looks good. And I'm gonna select the end color of this. That looks great. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna just increase the scale, or let's decrease the scale somewhere around there. Cool. I'm gonna just change the angle. That looks cool. And you can experiment with the reverse. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it unchecked. Cool. And I'm gonna go to effects one more time and click on drop shadow. Cool. Just increase the distance and the size, decrease the opacity a touch, and increase the spread a little. Cool. And change the angle like so. That looks great. Okay, now before you apply a drop shadow to this pattern, make sure to right click and convert it into a smart object. That way if you change the angle of the shadow for this layer, it won't affect this. Okay, I'm gonna just go to this layer and I'm gonna apply a drop shadow effect. Okay, let's see, increase it. Yep, that looks fantastic. Cool. So if you noticed, I have a different kind of shape, so the process is pretty much the same. Okay, just pull it right there and just small a touch. Yep, that looks good. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna create a new layer and I'm gonna select this elliptical marquee tool and select the white color. I'm gonna just make a small dot like so. Press Alt plus backspace. Okay, I'm gonna just duplicate it and control click on the thumbnail to make a selection. Okay, I'm gonna select this tool and click once so that the transformation window appears. I'm gonna just place it above it. Cool. And now I'm gonna press ctrl+Shift+Alt+T to just generate a pattern. Okay. Now I'm gonna just press ctrl+D and I'm gonna create a duplicate of this layer one more time. I'm gonna press Ctrl and click in here, and I'm gonna click once here, and I'm gonna just bring it down. Okay, now I'm gonna press ctrl+Shift+Alt+T. Okay, cool. Press ctrl+D to deselect. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just duplicate this layer, and press ctrl+J to duplicate. Control click. Okay, I'm gonna just click in here once, and I'm gonna just move it like so. Cool. And now I'm gonna press ctrl+Shift+Alt+T a few times. Cool. Press ctrl+D. Okay, and with this layer selected, I'm gonna press ctrl+J to duplicate it and control click in here, and I'm gonna just click once here so that the transformation window pops up, and I'm gonna just move it like so. Cool. And now I'm gonna press ctrl+Shift+Alt+T to generate a pattern. I'm gonna press ctrl+D to deselect. Cool. Now I'm gonna just select this layer and while holding the shift key, I'm going to select the topmost layer. This selects all the layer in between. I'm going to press ctrl+G to generate a group. I'm going to rename this to dots. Cool. Select this tool. I'm going to just place it somewhere around there. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to just click in here to generate a layer mask. I'm going to select my gradient tool and select this gradient. With the black color as the foreground color, I'm going to just remove it. Okay, and now I'm gonna place it below this curve layer. Cool. Yeah, let me just transform it a bit. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, so our design is pretty much over. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just grab the text tool. This is optional. If you want to add text, I want to show you how to add text. Just click in here and type anything you want. Like I'm gonna type subscribe. Click here, and I'm gonna place it. Say, make it small. And I'll place it right there. Cool. Okay, and I'm gonna click in here and just type in a new text. And I'm gonna type in now. Give some exclamation marks. Okay, and I'm gonna place it right there. Cool. Now control click and select both of them and press ctrl+G to duplicate. I'm gonna rename this to text. Okay, and now I'm gonna just make every layer into a smart object. I'm gonna select this text layer and go to effects, drop shadow. Cool, that looks great. Okay, if you want, you can add a logo right there or anything you want. Like in this example, I created this illustration to put there. By the way, if you want to know how I created this, just leave a comment requesting me to create a tutorial for this, and I will create one pretty soon. So you can just put anything. I also experimented with the Photoshop logo. But for this tutorial, I'm gonna just place it right there. Cool. That looks great, isn't it? You can also put something there or just leave it like that. So this was it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification icon so that you never miss a future update. And also, if you enjoyed this tutorial or learned something new today, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you have any query or feedback to give, the comment section is all yours. And I will see you in the next video. Till then, peace.